So another part, I didn't want to make that last video too long, was when they were talking about Christopher Columbus. Now some people are going to be like, some people already might know this story, okay? And it kind of made me go, oh, so that's why they made that movie. So that's why they made that movie. So why that's why they made that movie. So they say Christopher Columbus was actually from Portugal. He was what it was the port of the Grail, Portugal. Okay, and if you know, the Knights of Templar were protecting the Holy Grails. Yes, the Church, Catholic Church, twisted it around and said the Knights of Templar, they were thieves, they were bad people. They killed a couple, like I think like 10 or 20 of them. They tried to annihilate a lot of them, and it's because the story goes that when Atlantis was here, believe in Atlantis, that these settlers had come upon Atlantis, and the goddess appeared, and she said, "Do not take one step further into my land or into my kingdom. I am the goddess, and I am the goddess of wisdom, and these are my people." And we all know that they always call Sophia wisdom. That's what her name means. So now it's like, and then the other part of it was the Atlanteans had technology that was, if you, the Anunnakis, when they had came here and they had taught us certain advanced technologies, and then when they left some of these things for us, which the Knights of Templar have been trying to hide since the ancient times. All over the world there are artifacts that hold great powers, great technologies, great things like that, that were left for us to continue to survive and to thrive on this planet. So, with that in mind, Christopher Columbus, he found out that the Princess of Portugal and her father knew where some of these grails were. The Knights of Templar went to North America and different parts of the world, and instead of, they went to the natives, they went to the Aztecs and the Mayans, they went to um, African tribes, places where they had tribes, places where people were, they could trust, to give these things to hide them for them. So Christopher Columbus found this out, and he knew, and he married the daughter of Portugal just so he could get his hands on the information, her father, who was the king at that time. And he asked them, hey, let me go to North America, let me go to these certain parts so that I can go there and discover new land, new world, blah, 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 blah. The whole, oh, they traveled the world because they thought the earth was flat. Oh, they were trying to find new land, new places to, make homes. No, they weren't. That's not what they were doing at all. But because Portugal, the king of Portugal, told him no, he was like, okay, you won't fund me money so I can go over there? You won't give me a boat? He went and talked to Spain, which were the enemies of Portugal, and Europe, and told the king and queen, hey, I know where there's gold. I know where there's power. I know where these things are. If you fund me, I will go to this place and I will bring you back the gold. I will bring you back this treasure. So they funded. The Catholic Church funded them to do this. So not only did Christopher Columbus come over here, kill, terrorize Native American tribes, he did it all because he wanted power and the gold and the greed and control of what we were given and entrusted in. So after Christopher Columbus, the church, the Catholic Church in Europe, wanted to know where these other grails were, wanted to know where more of this power and all these things were. So they sent in the conquistadors. So our history books, with all these people coming to the New World, going to all these places, it was always about gold. It was always about greed. It was always about power. And the thing is that if you know, they also believe in alchemy and alchemists, which is what they found out, that gold, if you break it down into material, it turns into this white powder substance, which they call mana. Mana. And they found out in ancient Egypt, they would take this and they would feed it to the pharaohs, so the pharaohs could stay powerful, strong, and healthy. They also found out that if you light this chemical in a fire or a spark, it levitates, because the grails, they're heavy. But they found out if you use this chemical and spark it, it levitates. What do UFOs do? What would the Anunnaki UFOs would have done? They would have levitated, they would have flew, they would have used this mana. And now the Templars believe that, like Stonehenge, the Aztec and Mayan temples, Egypt, there's a possibility that not only, like, how we have the stories of the Nephilim and the giants, or even using frequency to move these stones, that it possibly could have been from mana, this chemical, that could have lifted and moved the stones. And it's crazy because for the longest time, it's always been like, oh, we want gold, we want gold. Everywhere you look in this world, the rich and the powerful have gold. And I thought, oh, maybe they just have gold because, I don't know, it looks cool, it's shiny, it's gold. No, gold has mineral properties in it that can heal your body. Once broken down, it can heal your body. It can make you almost like a godlike state where your body regenerates, and it also has an awakening effect in it. So, the movies, The Road to El Dorado, the movie Atlantis, even in the story where it says, what was it? The movie, not 300, but 380, the one with the Aztecs and the Mayans and the settlers coming over, and we don't have any gold, we don't have any this and that, like a lot of the movies. National Treasure, Uncharted, all the things about gold and going to all these different places. It was always put with natives, the Aztecs, the Mayans, and African tribes. It even says that if that was so and that were true, and the Anunnaki came and they helped alter human DNA within their image, that means the Anunnaki were black and they were people of color. And they say, if you take this mana and you put it inside of somebody's body, it activates the melatonin and the melanin in your body to heal and to awaken you and to activate you. So, if, like, let's say white people, for example, they don't have enough melatonin in their body. So, even if they took manna and digested it, it still wouldn't have the effect that it would have on Mexican natives and blacks, people of color. It would be much stronger and more effective for us. So now think of it. Our civilizations, Native Americans, they knew how to live off the land. They knew how to grow plants. They knew how to survive. Mexicans, they know how to survive. They know how to live off the land. They know how to build cities. African Americans, black people, they know how to live off the land. They know how to thrive. They know how to survive. Where do you think we learned that from? Our ancestors were Anunnaki and the Atlanteans and the Egyptians and the Aztecs, the Mayans. We were part of the advanced race, and we were told we were less than and we are lower than. So now you know. Now you know why people of color are so treated like crap, because they know the power that we hold. They know about our lineage. They know about our bloodline. They know the truth. And that's why people of color are treated the way they're treated. So, hey, I got more. I got more.